McDonald's to leave Russia for good after 30 years.
Here's a summary of the article.
McDonald's has said it will permanently leave Russia after 30 years and has started to sell its restaurants there. The company said it was now pursuing the sale of all its restaurants in Russia to a local buyer and intended to start the process of de-arching the sites so they no longer use the McDonald's name, branding and menu. McDonald's said owning a business in Russia was no longer tenable or consistent with its values. The French firm said its 68% stake in carmaker Avtovaz would be sold to a Russian science institute, while its shares in Renault Russia will go to the city of Moscow. Now, it's leaving. Yet another global brand to quit the country as Russia's war in Ukraine transforms it into an international pariah. McDonald's initially faced criticism for being slow to halt its business in Russia, with some calling for a boycott of the company before it suspended business in March. Hundreds of international brands including Starbucks, Coca-Cola, Levi's and Apple have left Russia or suspended sales there since the country invaded Ukraine in February.
This post received a score of 79,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Kremlin implies very serious consequences to Ronald McDonald if they abandon Russia.
Ronald McDonald is a lot more successful at infiltrating foreign countries.
And knows when to pull out.
Unlike Putin's dad.
Well, to be fair, his last name is put in, not pull out.
Angry upvote.
A permanent, no-fry, zone.
Ice machine is broken, even in Siberia.
BTW, I have never encountered a McDonald's in Russia that had the ice or ice cream machines broken.
That's because broken McDonald's ice cream machines is a scam against franchise owners that's probably illegal outside the US.
Also, in Europe they are more likely to use the Italian brand instead of the American brand.
Italian engineering being famous for its reliability.
Italian engineers would come fight you over that if their cars weren't all in the shop.
The actual end of hamburger diplomacy. McDonald's peace theory bodes a grim outlook for mankind's future.
In case people think you're just making up memes.
Oh my god, I haven't thought about that guy in years. It's going to take Russia just one more Friedman unit to win this war.
Putin job title: NATO salesman Hamburglar.
How do you like me now, Hamburglar? I'm freaking tellin'.
Mr. Leahy.
IMMOWIN the air, ran.
The fuck you dressed like Indianapolis Jones for Mr. Leahy?
We're practicing for a play down at the recreational center.
Nestle probably seeing this as an opportunity.
They heard about a village with a clean water source living peacefully with nature and they are too busy fucking things up for them to notice right now.
Is this an OPPORTUNITY?
As an 80s kid, this is pretty sad. Honestly, the first true sign to most Americans that the Cold War was over and that the Iron Curtain had fallen was McDonald's opening up in Moscow. As strange as it may sound to people that didn't live in that time, it brought a sense of peace. We worried less about nuclear war.
No kidding. The symbolism of this is pretty big for anyone that is old enough to remember that. Don't miss those Iron Curtain days.
It's symbolic enough to have a theory of war and peace named after it. Big Mac diplomacy states that no two countries with a McDonald's will go to war with one another.
Not especially accurate given the Yugoslav wars occurred involving many countries with a McDonald's. But still a relatively interesting tongue-in-cheek idea nonetheless.
That was a civil war at the time, and I don't think Bosnia had any McDonald's back then. Not even sure they have any now.
India and Pakistan have gone to war with both having Macs.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.